It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Monday stream where, we've started the week not so great. Bitcoin down 3%. It was down almost 4%. at one point, you know, looking at this like a rectangle, it seems like it hit the bottom. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look good after that lower high was put in. And, you know, sitting back at the buy wall, like a $26,700 buy wall that's just sitting there. But the problem is the context now of like, yeah, you confirmed the top, now you get a lower high, and that is newer data, right? That's
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
you know, again, it's still a 4 hour, and the daily looks fine, really. I mean, any kind of pullback I think you get, even if this rectangle breaks, is going to be short-lived. I think whatever happens, you'll see Bitcoin end up putting in a higher low than the low from March 10th, which was down at like 20K. And I think that's all that matters, really, in the grand scheme of things. We're talking about, you know, more significant time frames. Like, just, again, you forget about the weekly here, where it was just an indecision candle. I mean, my God, a massive bullish engulfing candle, you know, a couple weeks ago. And then last week, this is how it closed. I wasn't here yesterday. I was on a yacht, just enjoying life. But I was here on Saturday in lieu of that. So tried to make up for it preemptively. Still above the 200-week moving average. You know, that's the level, the potential candidate for, you know, I mean, think about 25,235, 25,400 being tested, like that low from May 9th, and then the high from August 15th, and the high from February 13th on the weekly has never been regarded as a support. So you know how market participants love back tests. So that happens. Is it over for Bitcoin? God, no, not even close. It's just back tests happen after, well, if you can remember how well it was respected, the key level of levels, 28.8, not 30K, 28,800, for reasons. It was tested and no higher so far. And that's it. So there's not too much to get freaked out about. I mean, my God, unless you're buying at the top, I guess. But I guess the main concern would be with the Binance coin, or CZ, you know, getting sued by the CFTC for, you know, what is it, just having 300 trading accounts set up to, isn't it like that, what's Arthur Hayes from BitMEX doing the same thing? You know, being contrarian to traders and stuff. Anyway, that's ongoing, and BNB certainly took a hit today, unlike the others. It was far worse. BNB down 6%, Bitcoin down 3%, Ethereum down 3.5%, and then XRP up today. You gotta wonder what's happening over there, up 6.45%, definitely the winner on the day.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
XRP the sensei today, I would say, right? Where they definitely, you know, we talked about of the four, XRP was superior with Bitcoin a close second, but now after this drawdown, you'd say XRP is certainly in the lead on the big four in performance. And here's BNB. Here's the damage, right? Goes from 330 all the way to 308. Heading on down to 300 soon, you'd think. Just don't, you never know, man. These are news-driven catalysts. Like, don't know how they'll play out. But again, on the weekly, everything's fine. Like, a move down 6% in crypto is really not that big a deal. It only is a big deal maybe if you're looking at like a 60-minute time scale. Whoa, man, that's crazy bad. You know, 4 hour even could be bad. But the daily, weekly are still fine. Let's go to Bitcoin on the daily, because it didn't do that. And as you can just see here, it's just like, what, man? What's the deal? What's the problem? Still range bound. That's it. Yes, a bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 35 minutes. All right. Not a major one, not like just a massive, undeniable engulfing. I mean, it covers the previous candle, but it's not like a massive impulse candle like, you know, you saw a green one on the 17th, 13th, 12th, right? Those are big impulse candles. That's not what's going on today. So just more range-bound trading between 26.6 and 28.8. And any drawdown you receive would be, I think, probably short-lived. And that's it. And you think like a bad day today for Bitcoin probably had something to do with the BNB FUD, SEC talking about everything is a commodity, right? Or everything's a security in crypto except Bitcoin, I guess. This is all like FUD. This is a war, a certain war on crypto. This administration has definitely decided, right? I mean, they're anti-freedom, right? Redistribution of wealth, all that. So, and just think about, I mean, just in such a short period of time. I mean, this is happening. You know, FTX blew up. Coinbase got a Wells notice. Kraken's forced to stop U.S. staking offerings. You know, the bank run at Silvergate, Signature Bank closing up shop by regulators, Justin Sun getting sued, Do Kwon getting arrested, which is good. Definitely good on some of these things. And then the CFTC suing Binance. I mean, there's definitely, you know, U.S. government's certainly coming after crypto right now. And somehow, some way, after all that, Bitcoin's still $27,157. Not too bad. And so you think, like, with what's happening, you could have just used your mind, right? Your critical thinking to understand. I don't even need to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, seeing how these altcoins have been smashed today, Bitcoin being down 2, BNB being down 6+%. And then you think, all right, the dominance chart has to be elevated. It is. It's very elevated. 47.69%, as high as it's been. And you're reaching the top of the Wyckoff accumulation range. We're almost there, man.
Zray Goggles tipped $25. Hello, brother. Hope you are doing well today. Can you look at stacks?
What's up, X-Ray Goggles? Things are 25, man. We can. I don't know. Can we? Is that what I'm supposed to say? Remember when grade school teachers, that was the extent of, you know, them? I don't know. Can you? Now it's, you know what it is now. Wow. Okay. We'll look at stacks. Is that a crypto or is that a stock or is that like a, is a new Beanie Baby, man? What is it? All right. So Bitcoin dominance elevated. You had some big losers today. FTM was down 8.5%. REN down 7.6%. FI down 6.65%. OMG, hot. KNC, Sand, ZRX among the losers. And they're not looking hot, man. The dailies are not actually looking really that good on these altcoins. Where the daily on Bitcoin, Ethereum's fine. Some of these lesser thans, not looking hot. Like ZRX starting to get a little sketched out. SNX getting sketched, man. And I'm just talking about something like ZRX. I was like, dude, that's just not what you're really looking for. Bearish engulfing, a real engulfing candle, breaking supports. Could be heading on down for a full reset here in 886 to make a shark pattern. Man, that'd be pretty nasty over all this time. Just lower high distribution coming in. Stuff like this, and KNC haven't looked at it. Yeah, like same thing, man. Like some of these coins, you know, breaching these very real levels that you cannot deny if you respect the levels. You're breaking them, you're engulfing bearishly, and it's a long way down if that's a real breakdown, a real rejection of these levels. So, oh man, and the Bitcoin dominance, based on looking at these US dollar charts on these lesser than S coins, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe the Wyckoff accumulation schematic complete, and we go into phase E soon, where Bitcoin continues to outperform. Yeah. All right, so we can just move to the SP 500. It had a good day today. It was okay. I mean, you know, like, I think any day where we're not collapsing because of this bank stuff, the bank runs, and so much uncertainty is a good day. So up 0.17%, still above the 200-day moving average. You're still in limbo. You're still in la-la land on this. A long-term downtrend is still intact. You cannot say it's not yet. But at the same time, of being in that long-term downtrend, because you haven't recaptured the highs from August and broken the major inflection points, you still haven't made a lower low. I mean, a pivot occurred on the 13th, and it's holding. So you're not confirming the downtrend too much yet until that breaks 3784. Again, I'm not even really looking at the individual index or just the index funds. I'm looking at the individual stocks for looking to trade something, just because it's a mixed bag, you know, like that market rotation stuff going on, and the banks. NASDAQ performed, I think, the best today. Your Dow Jones up 0.6%, still below that 32,600 level. but it definitely looks, I mean, it's back above the 200-day moving average. Positive movement building. You're out of the bearish control zone on the daily, which is good. But really, you just look at it structurally, you think there could be some more downside. And the only reason why, like Dow Jones is up 0.6%. I think energy had a good day today, but also the banks. The banks all gapped up. What was it? The Citizens Bank, you know, announced a $500 million purchase of, which one was it? You know, of the First Republic. So, yeah, okay, news-driven catalyst. The banks are safe, man. Oh, don't worry, bro. Everything's fine now. Don't worry. My God, I'm listening to Jason right now. So, you know, NASDAQ down 0.47% because tech did not fare very well today. Heck, some consumer staples didn't even do well today, even though they have been doing particularly great. So, still below 11,935. In fact, you've only back tested as resistance and nothing more. So, you really, in the coming days and weeks, you want to see buyers take out the supply at 12,000. Doing that would be incredible, and the consequences could lead you to $13,000 and a bunch of gap fills back from August of last year. Yeah, multiple gaps. There's a lot of them. So, okay, I don't know if I can do it, man. It's too much, you know. Sometimes some of these songs are just too much for me. They get me all nervous and stuff, and I can't stream effectively, you know. Cabo. All right, so NASDAQ, I mean, God, it's almost like, oh, potential dark cloud cover, you know, as we had a piercing line. Is this a dark cloud cover? You opened higher than yet the previous close, and you pierced through 50% of it. I mean, it is potentially a dark cloud cover here after failing to break the resistance from history, the undeniable resistance from history. Yikes, man. And the gap up on the IWM. And speaking of piercing lines, look no further than Friday. Piercing line reversal. Gapped up. And guess what? Above 170, 173. You did it, man. Buyers have once again defended the levels of all levels. The ice line that takes you to August 2018, a previous all-time high, and another major inflection point, January of 2020, just before the COVID crash. Buyers keeping the price above that by the grace of God in a Japanese candlestick reversal that I guess is valid now. The piercing line, man. Kind of like the NASDAQ did, right? At the bottom on the 13th. So let's see what kind of consequence occurs if it's just going to be bullcrap when, like, you know, again, banks did well today. So that, like, took some stress off the market. The VIX dumped pretty hard today. Yeah, that's going to be good for the IWM. So, deep breaths here. If it's real, Mother of God, that means there's confirmation of accumulation. If this is what's happening here, because again, it's only just now happening, right? Just on Thursday, Rust 2000 making its lowest daily candle close of the year of 2023 and the lowest price since October 20th, 2022. I mean, multi-month lows. Devastating, falling below the ice line. And then it's never about the breakdown itself, ever. It's about the follow-through price action you receive. And what was the follow-through price action you received after the bearish breakdown was confirmed on the daily? A piercing line reversal. So again, what I'm saying is confirmation of accumulation. What does that mean? What are you talking about? Look at these lows. The bottom getting put in June, in September, October of last year. And then a rally ensued, then a sell-off. And then a higher low gets put in one time, December 28th. But now you're trying to tell me that it could be a second time, or you have one low and then the second. And again, this is so early. We definitely need some more data here. But man, I'm telling you, these two lows being higher than this low equals accumulation. There's more market participants involved than there was before. So let's see what happens. Is like a movie right now, okay? We're watching a pretty good movie. And the good guys, the protagonists, are trying to fight off the antagonists at this current time in the movie. Dramatic music playing. All that. So gold didn't have a good day yesterday. Back below 1963, which is the level of all levels. The previous, well, no, it's not the level of all levels. The level of all levels is 1920. Yeah, 1920. So, you know, still just extremely elevated after a magnificent run off, you know, the November lows. Just one wave up and you're nearing an 886, which is always like there could be reactions going on, but certainly so high. I mean, you're still so elevated. I mean, let's see. You did on March 20th hit 52-week highs. So, I mean, it's just not like, you know, these patterns are, you don't have to go short on gold. It's just like, this just shows you the wave structure is getting near completion, and it's higher risk for a fresh long. Okay, gold not too great. Silver, you know, still up there. Man, wow, it's trying to break key level. What key level is that? Wow, you know, man. 2013 swing high and a swing low from 2010. That's what you're trying to break. And man, how insane would it be if it's like one low, the second low here, like you're double bottoming. And it's all about, you know, the monthly on these charts. Silver and gold look unbelievable on the monthly. Yeah. I think a supply line being broken too. Now, if you have it like that, you're just at the supply line. But if you have unadjusted trend line, it's almost like a back test. So yeah, monthly on gold and silver are like really bullish. So it just maybe means they will be continuing to ascend in the coming years, the coming 6 months to 2+ years. Yeah. And then, yeah, you had U.S. oil that had a good day today. Where is it on the chart or on my list? Yeah, U.S. oil was up 5+%. Still in that no man's land, right? Between $75 and $60 is just flipping coins here. So, yeah, I mean, you chop around. You don't just go straight down like natural gas does. But a bullish engulfing candle was confirmed yesterday, which was a couple hours ago. And it was the highest daily candle close since March 13th. And yeah, probably, I mean, you think 75.25 would be tested because that's a real inflection point from 2018. And it probably would just be regarded as resistance. You'll probably just make lower highs than previous highs, and this downtrend would continue. So, okay, cool. Here's your natural gas. Again, just got destroyed. Man, this thing has just been murked. It was your lowest, second lowest daily candle close in years. In your multi-year low. So like the lowest low, the candle close was on the 21st of February, and this was the second worst, and very close to the lowest close, gapping down and back below $2.16, which is bad. Yeah, dude, the Terra Luna fractal, so real. So real. This is exactly what Terra Luna looked like before the rug pull. And now it's like we made a joke about natural gas pulling a Terra Luna, and it did. Not as dramatically because it came back up to create another head and shoulders and failing to break levels, but then like it was pretty much Terra Luna type behavior after the consolidation phase ended and you went back into impulse phase. So yikes, man. Natural gas. When energy crisis. When Greta Thunberg gonna save us, dude? Okay. So other than that, you had hog futures up 2% today, roughly. Man, dude, these are levels where you just got to wonder, are buyers really going to defend this? Because if they don't, it's going to just collapse. But man, right now they're trying so hard. Are they not? Look at this gap filled. That's so real, man. The February, I mean, the Valentine's Day gap. It filled, and since it was filled, the bids have come in. A bullish engulfing candle on Friday, and then today follow through. Just gotta wonder, is this the type 2 return of the big old bullish bat pattern? Could be like the lowest risk area ever, but I truly do understand if, like, you know, there's absorption of demand here, and because the run happened, you know, but like this level is so real. Just look at this, man. I mean, if buyers defend this 2004 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, you know, that could be the bottom. 2000 peak. Look at that, man. That's such a real level here, dude. Can't say I'm like praying for any kind of commodity price to go up, you know. Let's check on orange juice because you know, it is our overlord, but did not have a great day today. It was just down, but like, look at this, man. It's just unbelievable. Like, you can't beat it, can you? No one can beat orange. I feel almost sinful eating oranges. You know, I feel so like rich and cool eating oranges and ribeye steaks. Yeah. So I guess all-time high is coming because it broke the supply line in, you know, dramatic fashion. Broke it on the 23rd and then immediate follow through on the 24th, and then now just indecision today. God, man. We have an audio check. Is it okay? Because it doesn't matter. Lebowski's a little quiet. All right. Can fix that. Weird. It was almost maxed on volume. Hey, Don Berna, thank you so much for joining the Citadel today before the stream. I really appreciate it, man. Here's your Jesus chimes. Thank you, dude. Go drink your orange juice, King. Nice. So let's go to that one request. Which was stacks. Yeah, it is a crypto, isn't it? Yeah, if you are going to join the Citadel, please be sure you do not do it on your phone. You join the Citadel via Discord. Please be on a PC because Discord will take 30% if you do it on your phone, and that's because the Apple Store takes 30%. It's a scam, dude. Just be patient. And yeah, join via PC. Thank you. All right, so I don't like the way this looks in any way. I mean, what a run it's been on. It was beautiful. Look at double bottom. There was divergence on the low. I mean, a good old 95% retrace from the lowest low. I mean, with a falling wedge. Okay, nice. But now, dude, like, okay, we're talking about Bitcoin. Doesn't have any sort of discernible edge on the daily, implying that a reversal would be coming. But Stacks, STX does imply, look at severe and undeniable bearish divergence on both oscillators here. That's implying a reversal. And today what's happening? Well, and unfortunately, $1, which I would imagine would be an insane psychological level, $1 is being taken out by the sellers, and a bearish engulfing candle today will be the lowest daily candle close since March 16th, and you understand how much downside potential there is based on historical price action between 50 cents and $1, up and down and up and down and up and down and up, and could be down again. So I think if you were somebody who, like, at the beginning of the year took advantage of, you know, I don't know, being a part of this community or any community that was talking about these structural developments that took 200 plus days, you know, to develop, but then they started taking off, and this was just another one. I wasn't really like, dude, there's so many there's 18,000 cryptos, man. So it's like, I'm gonna try to be monitoring as many as I can, but when it starts getting like low liquidity, low volume, and all that, I just don't really care. So, but this was just one that had a falling wedge, and there were many others that had falling wedges too, like ZRX, right? And ZRX hit the first target of the trade setup and did it twice, and it's not been able to get any higher. And that's the way Shiba was. That's, YFI a little bit. This is a normal market in ways, like a normal, tough, really tough market where, man, you get into FOMO mania phases like this, and hey, man, a trade setup hits all 3 targets in a day or two, and then scrubs will start coming in and questioning, oh man, I can't believe this guy would be taking profit, layering out 1, 2, 3. And it just blows past your 3rd target. But in the normal market conditions that are tough, we're seeing how like almost nothing can get to its 2nd target. It can only get to these first, even QNT. All of them just can't break beyond their first profit-taking levels. It's a tough market, man. But it will make a lot of men, but it will also break a lot of men. Well, it's already broken them, right? They've already rage quit. So tough market, man. So I would just say here, it's high risk longing now. Even if it continues to ascend, the daily time scale is implying a reversal here, and I would not be, surprised if it continued down.
Thanks.
So Jake, thanks for the 17 super chat. Yeah, man, sure. What's up, Eric, 10 pence, Julian, Brad, Irwin Coffee, Apollo Street, Jonathan, Bob, Brian, Post, Nethogger, Daniel S, John Wilson, Rudy Poo in the chat, many Rudy Poos. Yeah, we just knock it out right now. Yeah, Monero, man, down 6%. Yeah, a pullback has certainly happened. With this whole SEC war on crypto, of course, there's a war on crypto, man, and it's bad. And every day they're coming at it, like a new lawsuit, a Wells summons, whatever. They're coming after crypto. So I think price is, if we're talking fundamentally, I think price is pretty irrelevant on Monero because, again, government agencies practicing authoritarianism, and this is completely pure and private, and you cannot seize it. So, and still above the 200-day moving average, still pretty much above the inflection points. I get it though, man. Yeah, it was a better day when we were above August 30th, 2017's peak. I felt a little better. We were above it yesterday. We're not today. All right. Yeah, bearish and golden candle going on. Sure. I'm just not really that deterred yet. I get it though. It could just be bearish consolidation, a rising wedge before dumping lower. Sure. Could be, man. No one's ever saying it can't be these things, right? It's just like with the money printing, right? All the M2, all the, the Fed's balance sheet, 60% of it is back on the books. They printed, what is it? Nearly $600 million in 2 weeks. I don't know why.
Hey Mitch, considering adding more to my Aave/USDT bag, can we please take a look? Thanks for everything you do, BTW.
Yeah. Cash out. Thanks for the 17, man. Of course. Yeah, we are at the first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Yep, we are they are certainly fighting crypto. It is undeniable, beyond a shadow of a doubt. There's far too many, there's just far too much evidence to deny that. So yeah, so the next step is we win, but I think they're like scared, completely scared. Look what's happening. What is it, Kenya now? No big deal. It's just an African country, but like Kenya is saying, hey, They're no longer going to be using the US dollars in their country. I think this is like a trend that's starting. You got the BRICS and you know going on. You got Saudi Arabia, China, Russia. There's just this monetary alliance consolidating right now, while our country focuses on you know, gender roles and some sort of
Bama
ideologue.
should be in the Final Four. Was not expecting this result. Roll Tide.
I don't-
0.000409000 BTC.
William, I disagree. Bama should not be in the Final Four. No, my alma mater, my school, I grew up, we do not deserve to be in the Final Four. That performance against San Diego State was abhorrent, and that's exactly, when you play like that, you don't deserve to be in the Final Four. So, we got out physical and all that stuff. It was bad. It was real bad. So, but hey, man, there's always next year. Bama basketball, if it wasn't this year, it's never. Just saying, dude. This was the year, and you blew it. So we won't see anything like this for probably a really long time. But hey, man, there's always football, and that's what we look forward to. I mean, basketball is always just a sideshow, and not a big deal, you know. So let's go to that Lind, right? Just look at XRP.
ICP/USDT springback test. Local 886/falling wedge.
It's Lil Bomb. Thanks for 15. We'll look at ICP. Yeah, I don't know, these altcoins, man, starting to get really sketch lately with this price action. It's just like in Bitcoin recovers and the altcoins don't recover, and every time Bitcoin dumps, they keep dumping, and then Bitcoin just holds and doesn't go anywhere, and they keep dumping, and it's like that's, and the Bitcoin dominance keeps rallying like crazy. It's like, what's going on here? But then you got XRP in another world that is, I mean, it looks very, I mean, to me, like where XRP is, it's on markup watch. Do you hear me? Not break. It already broke out. It already like defended the level. I think you're on markup watch for XRP. Like you breaking these last little levels. 58 cents has been the target on the weekly, and I know it's been 84 years, but just looking at the weekly, you know how close we are to resolution, most likely, and the strength that this particular asset's showing. With macro weakness is pretty telling. So yeah, green light's on for XRP right now. Looks exceptional. All right, was it Lind or yeah, Lind. Down 4.12%. Yeah, looking really weak here, man. Very, very weak. How could we even interpret this now? It's just, you know, how it felt. It was a rectangle. It's back out of the rectangle and it's descending. There was hidden bearish divergence on the daily, you know, where you made a high on price and then a lower high on price, which implies a continuation down. Look a high, then the lower high. And it's happening. You're back below the 200-day moving average, always bad. And there was a bad action magna move, I believe that would probably been $74, and you're back below it. So it's like a high probability of an 886 soon, which an 886 is 55.40. I'm just telling you, right? I mean, that's Scott Carney stuff, man. I mean, it's a wave structure, and this is the BAMM, and you broke the BAMM. And when you break the BAMM, there's a high probability outcome of 786, 886. So I would think at least $60 or 59.30, which is that, you know, that high from October 2020. Yeah, and again, 786, 886 probably in time on Lind. It's really not going to be a big deal. It could end up just being like a deep retrace, but just another higher low. So if you were going to want to do that, then maybe wait. I think you could probably get a lower price based on everything that's happened and happening on it, right? 84 years for the real deal. Yep. Again, man, we'll go right back to it for a second, and so you can see it. Who cares about even the daily? It is the weekly, and the weekly is immaculate. It's just win bids, win effing bids. Oh my God, what do we do? And we're getting them. The bids are coming in, and the 200-week simple moving average is upon us. So you should have an alert set up with me at 49.9 cents, because if you hear this beep, that means that buyers are breaching that level for the first time since October 31st of last year, and it wasn't for long. Even, you know, in October, beginning October, late September, it was just clearly like regarded and rejected. So, but that's okay, because the second bottom confirmation low had to be put in at a major 886 retrace, and so now you would think this is the time where we run to 56 cents, and then when you break 56 cents, yeah, a little bit at 58, but then 86 plus cents. All right, so yeah, there's more upside on XRP if you can believe it, and I think the upside is between 17 and 22%. We have less than 4 minutes until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Because, you know, it's like whatever, man. Free stream, cost of admission, you would think is just a like on the stream if you're watching, right? Okay, sure. Windfall, of course I have. Yeah. Saw it like 6 months ago. It is good. I think everyone should watch that for sure. And you're going to see what's happening now. But it just seems like, almost like, I mean, I figured if we had like a stronger government or people that just understood, like an administration that like saw what was going on, we wouldn't be going this way so fast. It's almost like the administration in power is literally going for that. They want that to happen. They're like trying to demolish the system that's been in place for 100 years, 70 years, whatever. World reserve currency, 70 years. I don't really get it, but I understand that if things collapse, they can implement far more control with a digital currency. It's not a digital currency as much as it is digital control of your life, man. So yeah, I mean, XRP, it looks super nice, up 7% today, while everything else is just getting smoked. XLM catching some residual love, but you know, minor. And if you want to look at XLM on the weekly, this certainly is the basement, man. I mean, this is like some sort of 88 to 95% retrace. All right, let's look at it. From this lowest low from the COVID crash to the mania high, it's like a 93% retrace. And so, and look at the level from 2019 that's being defended, and then October of 2020 it was defended. So this is like really promising, and you are getting closer to breakout. Watch, where last week you attempted to break the supply line that goes all the way back to May, June of last year. That breakout, remember the target was 14 cents. I know you're gonna have to deal with 11.5 on the weekly, but yeah, 14 cents above 10 cents. Yeah, pretty good here, man. This is like low risk. This is the basement, man. You gotta love this price action when things like this happen, man. This is what you're looking for on any chart, on any market, man. This type of behavior. And then what about this? My God, right there. I mean, that's so real. You know, like the consequence of buyers defending it. And then a sell-off occurred again, and then there was so much demand that sellers could not push the price back down to that inflection point. And that's very similar to what you saw. Look here. I mean, like in 2020, you tested for 3 weeks and then rallied, and then a sell-off occurred, but then you got very close to testing it one more time, but there was too much demand, not enough supply, and then the moon. So that's exactly what just happened here, and you could tell that this is maybe, just maybe, some sort of double bottom happening. It's a higher low double bottom, but look, I mean, on the weekly, you can recognize it, can discern it, and really 9 cents. It's really like 9. I have it 9 to 8.9 cents as being like back tested as support this week alone. Sorry, dude, it's Monday. Yeah, some good stuff brewing for XLM, no joke. And then XRP, throw it in there, being a strong performer. That would probably be what is going to cause the rally to occur. You know. The Iran-Saudi Arabia alliance, one of the only things holding up the dollar was the requirement for allying countries to use it to purchase oil. That's over. Yeah. More variables pointing to an end to the US dollar. Yeah, where you got tons of these banks, or not these banks, these countries that are selling U.S. Treasuries, and they're at the lowest levels, that they own in 10 plus years, and them buying massive amounts of gold, billions of dollars worth of gold. Yes, those are all telltale signs of where things are going. So it's just fundamentally, you gotta love Bitcoin because of all this stuff, man. Jesus chimes, we have a new day. Let's go to Bitcoin. If you look at the daily, it was a bearish engulfing candle confirmed, right? You covered the previous candle. That's it. So the follow through, if this is a real bearish engulfing candle, we will catch some real follow through where you will dump. You will dump. I mean, first target would be 26.7 again. And then after 26.7, if buyers do not defend that like they did yesterday, they did defend it, then the target would easily be that 25.3 level, where a low from May of last year, a high from August last year, and February of last year. That would be your first target if the 4-hour rectangle does not hold. But for the past, few hours, it has held. For now. Can't count it out quite yet. Is the rectangle. Is this better, Brad?
I've got information, man. New has come to light.
So quiet, man. I think this was just the sound clip itself was that. We're gonna have to talk to Shaylin about that. Weird. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. Nearly 15,000 members. And extremely active. I mean, it really is. I mean, we make jokes about dead chat, but like it's, 24/7 too. Chat is going on, and it's all about the TA or the financial world or something connected to finance in the general chat. Being connected to our Discord is like a way to stay pretty informed on a lot of different things in this world that we care about. All right, ICP. Let's look at ICP. It was the last request for La Bamba. Yeah, well, ICP, back to where it was, there was this very real ice line tested. It was a beautiful rally ensued, and yeah, you're right, this is do or die. Do or die for ICP, and I don't know how good I feel about this. The level that was tested, a beautiful rally, and then just back at it, bearish engulfing. And the negative Momo's building, and just, is this really going to hold? I don't have much hope. I mean, it could be the second time, but you got to give me some candles. Give me a bullish engulfing candle or something. I don't really have much reason to believe it will hold here, falling back below the 200-day moving average. But sure, it could. Just don't have that much faith. It's ICP. ICP not going to change the world. I mean, Bitcoin maxi right here. Based on everything that's happening, I want to see that Bitcoin dominance chart go to 60%. Because that's the way it should be. Alright, well, been live for... Shoot, man, not even an hour. It's so dead in here, dude. I don't know. It's like, this is as bad as it was before the bull rally in beginning of January, dude. Just unfortunately, this time we don't have all these crazy setups anymore. Things are actually looking pretty bad for alts on the daily, anyway. Looking sketch, and then Bitcoin looks fine on the daily, and incredible. I mean, fine on the weekly too. XRP looks amazing on the weekly. Ethereum looks like it's still gonna rally higher. In time, though, it could continue to pull back. That's, dude, as long as you make a higher low than 1420 on Ethereum, things are fine. Todd. That's pretty cool. Watching me on 55-inch hot tub. Nice. Yeah, some of these alts just like weak. Not many bids coming out. Even like feeling like kind of weird about like something like EOS. That, you know, like tweezers are bottoming and rallying and getting back above levels. I mean, just rolling over, just making a lower high than the previous high. And it's like momentum shifting on a lot of these altcoins. It doesn't really look great. There's GRT. What about GRT? And it's like, oh, lower high, certain distribution. And now like a very nice back test of key level from May of last year is resistance again. And that means like probably 10 cents from here. The run happened. And the pullbacks occurred, and now market participants have tested to make sure what's real is real, and what is real is a buying climax, a lower high, a lower low, and now another lower high that it just happens to be at an inflection point from last year. That's not really good looking price action right now. This new data, all these pieces of data don't look good really. Ethereum Classic here, I mean, going back up, and I mean, just testing that level and still below it. I mean, this one's still like kind of okay. I mean, it's really not as bad as many others, but because you come down for type 2 or something, 1655, but I mean, yeah. Like KSL, we look at that and look at that in a minute. I mean, that's pretty ugly here, man. Like, about to take out a support. You put in the lower high from the buying climax. It seems like all these alts pumped like that was a buying climax. Like, you're not getting there anytime soon again. And really, what we're learning is, far less market participants than before, rivaling some other high from the beginning of February. So it's almost like head and shoulders. I mean, maybe. Again, it doesn't really look hot. Something like Shiba, you know, it's like dead on impact, dead on the buying climax, February 4th, and lower highs, and then dumping, lower low, and then just a lower high again, and just now below the 200-day moving average. It's like you could very well, most likely be headed to 885 again. And so I'm saying, like, first target of a trade setup hits up here, and then you can't get to the third and fourth. There's not enough in this market. Yeah, so that's all I can tell you, man. Unfortunately, these alts just not looking great after the stupendous run at the beginning of the year. Ethereum bearish engulfing candle confirmed on the day, right? And back below 1730.
I have been waiting 84 years for the utility bull run. Bags packed.
So Sam Ross, I thought utility bull run was a forever thing. Like, it always and only always goes up. If you go to the weekly log scale, the XL, what is it? Was the utilities? Is it XLU? It is the yeah, the XLU, man, right? Always and forever. But yeah, I get you, man. 84 years. If you go back 84 years, oh wait, you can only go back to 1999 on this chart, but it does look, my God, like really just, oh God. Is it gonna double bottom from the COVID crash? No, that's not even COVID crash. COVID crash is way back here. This was the October of last year. Yeah, well, double bottom here. There was a really nice bullish engulfing candle a couple weeks ago, but then last week just pierced through it. It's like, is that real? And unfortunately, you are below like the November 2020, April 2021 peak. You back tested that as resistance and no higher. Yeah, I'm just not really sure. But yeah, number go up. Like, wow, right? We have some sort of demand line. Look at that. My God. That's a very well respected demand line, yeah? March of 2009, by the way. This is like not a joke at all. March 2009, and then April 2010, and then August 2011, and then September and December 2015 it was tested. And look, another January of 2018, and then May of 2018. And the COVID crash was an anomaly, but you even got a back test there from May of 2020, and then it's just been onward, and then you tested it once more in October of last year, and it's like, will we test it one more time? Well, I mean, looking at history, if you get 2 local tests, 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 here, you get another one like that. Hey man, then maybe that's a double bottom at oversold territory of the uptrend. Okay. But what I do not like is when in the F has this thing really put in a lower high. It did that at the beginning of the year, right? What was once resistance, the previous all-time high, pre-COVID crash high, right? That was regarded as resistance after confirming a top. So there's distribution going on the XLU. But yeah, just pay attention to this log. This is logs. No, this is actually linear scale. Wow. Not even log. Yeah, linear scale. It's been very well respected though, so I wouldn't ignore it. Yeah, maybe hit it one more time. You get some bullish divergence. I mean, start trying to develop. You're still got a higher low going on. Anyway, that's... Just went on a rant on energy, man. Okay. XLE pump though up 2% today. Man, it's like crazy. You think like look at XLE on the weekly and you're like, how in the world is it not the top here? You're talking about like 3 tests of what was once the resistance, June 2008. It became resistance again, and an all-time 886 from the all-time high just before the oil glut in 2014 to the lowest low, the COVID crash. 88% retrace tested thrice and failed, man. That's like upthrust back test of upthrust. Man, that's the most bearish indicator you could receive, and the bearish divergence in the weekly. You just think like, how does energy continue to ascend? This is such a formidable argument for downside, and it just still just trying to hold on for dear life. Still hasn't put in a lower low yet. You got to take out like $69.50 and $66 to put in a lower high, or a lower low, excuse me. And no, actually not really any lower highs outside of this one you can see from February 6th. When I visited Ripple Labs in London, what kind of vibe did I get there? It was chill. There was like something going on, so like it was an anomaly time for me to be there. Like I can't remember what it was. It was like some sort of like they were changing out something, so no one was really there. A few people were there working, but no, I was like forewarned that I wouldn't get like the full experience because of something weird going on, that there was like infrastructure. I don't know. I can't remember. Gosh, for the life of me, I'd have to ask Ghoulie, my boy who's over there, who works there. So, but it was cool. Like, I mean, really cool, like environment, you know. If I was a tech bro, it'd probably be fun to work there. Yeah, CDE looked good today. Oh, man, CDE, gold miners. It's like, hey, dude, remember? It's like, is this it? Is this the type 2 of all type 2s? Look what happened today. Buyers getting the price back above that November 2014 ice line. I mean, you got to get back above the November 2008 ice line, but you're getting there. And you just think like what was a good argument now might become an ungodly argument on the weekly for something like CDE, where unlimited upside, like money printer. If gold's gonna do it and this whole US dollar losing its superiority happens, I mean, I'd not be this. You know why it eventually would be back at 743, right? I guess the good news about you know, my stream being so dead is you can almost virtually have a one-on-one conversation with me. It's like a classroom with 5 students in it. So you can ask me anything, man. I guess that's good. I mean, there have been days where I can't even read chat. It's moving so fast. But not lately. My God. It's like, hey, it's one-on-one. You and me. XRP on the new day and new 60 minute, continuing to ascend a little bit higher now. It's my favorite food. It's gotta be like maybe just Japanese style, you know, like steakhouse, because you can get like, you know, sashimi, and you can get A5 Wagyu. Getting that rare, of course, only way to get it. And then you can get like Wagyu sushi rolls. Are you kidding me? With like bluefin tuna. Yeah, that's probably it for me. My favorite. Jerry, I would never watch that trash. I have someone named Nerdrotic. I watch his interpretations because I know where he stands on this stuff. Nerdrotic, right? I don't need to watch it. It's garbage. I know for a fact it's garbage. It's an abomination. Yeah, they do podcasts and like weekly. They do weekly podcasts, Fractal Earth, like all of them together. There's like a, you know, community like if me and a bunch of other, you know, TA bros met up once a week to do a podcast, it'd be similar. Man, XRP is so strong looking, isn't it? Man, some of these just assets just holding on for dear life. Where, I mean, I'd feel like, hey, maybe it's okay, dude. But I just not really, you know, something like Doge, dude, like on the weekly. Like, yeah, of course, it's at like some key levels here. But just like you're just at it again and again, and how long it's taking for things to move, and just there's clearly not much demand. Yeah, it's just, wow, pretty weak, man. Favorite widespread panic song jam? Man, that's a good question. You can't answer that because, like, if you truly like widespread, man, like they have different vibes. Are you going for like chill, or you're going for like jamming out, like getting amped, getting jacked? You can't just be like, oh, my favorite one's this. It just depends. Like, I mean, it's not my favorite in a certain state of mind, like where I'm not wanting to like work out or run, or I'm not looking to be introspective. So no, Ashley, no. Take on Balaji's $1 million Bitcoin bet. I mean, oh, dude, I think that's like a great way to become extremely relevant again. You know, it seems extremely hyperbolic, and it's exactly what we don't do in here, what I've never done, and maybe why I'll never get big, is I'll never make like crazy calls like that, because I completely understand that I don't know where an asset or an asset class is going. All I can do is use you know, inflection points and historical inflection points, and then recognizable patterns that have been studied and researched for 100 years, along with other variables, right? And that would not even give you and I wouldn't even say, even with the best argument, that it would play out. I would say that it would be a greater than 50% chance, but that means that maybe it's only 55 or 60% chance, and then you have a 40% chance of it not playing out. That's what people don't understand about what's being taught here. It's not about certainties. Trades go against you all the time. Yeah, man, just look at the weekly on some of these. Just like, man, the bids should be coming in. When are they coming in, man? I don't know. Rising 3 what? You know, what, a 3-day or something? Time scale. Yeah, you look at like the 3-day, man. It's just like, kidding me? What is the problem? Like 3-day, yeah, 28.8 tested a couple times. Again, any pullback that happens, what downside potential do we have from here? You know, before you test the next level, it's about 6.5 to 7% downside, realistically speaking, for the next, like, you know, level. If this 4-hour buy wall doesn't hold, which again, you know, after the lower high here on the 4-hour, it seems definitely more probable that it wouldn't hold, right? Because I mean, like, that's new data that didn't exist a few days ago. Now it's there, so I'm not gonna like ignore it. I see that, and it's like, you know, 2 highs and then a lower high distribution. Less market participants involved in Bitcoin on the 27th that were involved on the 23rd and the 22nd. So I've seen it before where, you know, these levels hold, and it hasn't not held yet. And you just think, like, I mean, it seems like Bitcoin is so inverse correlated along with risk on, like big tech. Like, they're so inverse correlated to these bank stocks. Anytime banks dump, man, tech pumps, and so does Bitcoin and a lot of cryptos. So, you know, banks gapped up today. That gap's a nothing burger gap. I hope you understand that. That means there's a high probability it will fill in time. So let's just say that gap fills and everything stays the course like it has been. Then Bitcoin's not done rallying. I mean, it's gonna go up on those days that the bank stocks fill the gaps. Again, I'm just talking about something like Bank of America. All of them, they all did this today. Just gapped up. Right? It closed on Friday at 27.15. Oh, we're buying, you know, Citizens Access is buying out a failing bank. Okay, good news, man. So banks gap up, and Google, Microsoft, all these runners, Nvidia, they pulled back. So inverse correlated. So this gap down here, you think this is some sort of like breakaway gap on banks? Get out of here, dude. You're crazy. So I think like when these gaps get filled, that's when Bitcoin and big tech are going to run again. Yeah. Bank of America up 5% today, mostly all of them up, like tremendous amounts. Maybe so, Wayne Batson. Sounds like a good system, kernel crypto, man. All right, well, you know, been live for an hour and 10 minutes. Feels like 84 years. somewhat productive today, but you get where I'm at, man. Like, we just put in a lower high on the 4 hour in the rectangle, so therefore not looking good. It's not looking good. Like, that wasn't there 2-3 days ago. Now it is. Now you're back at this level. And so all you got left, man, 26.7. If you don't hold it, it's an easy, what was it again? 25.4 to 25.3. That would be your target down there, which is about 7% downside. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming out. Guess I'll just see y'all tomorrow. Until next time, respect the TA.